It's good, everybody. All praises due to the Most High God. Before we start, you know how we do. All praises due to the Most High God. All praises. All praises due to the Most High God. All praises. All praises due. All praises. All praises. All praises due to the Most High God. We give him glory. We give him praise for all that he does. All praises due to the Most High God. All praises due. All praises. All praises due to the Most High God. All praises due to the Most High God. All praises due to the Most High God. We thank you for everything. We appreciate you. We love you. Glory to your name. All praises due to the Most High God. All praises due to the Most High. All praises due to the Most High God. All praises. We thank you. So, for those who know me, we always start with all praises due to the Most High God. You do not have to do that if you wish not to. But I came here to talk about some things that's been on my mind lately. Um, I started this page over in, I believe it was 6 months ago, 8 months ago, could have been. But when I started this page over, I rebuilt it and I started talking about Nipsey Hussle and questions that I had in regard to Nipsey Hussle. I never really understood that some of those answers didn't get answered, and it's been quite some time. So I want to talk about that today. Whether or not I have an audience or not, y'all can catch up later and just send me the bill for it. If y'all have questions, if y'all have comments, comment below, and we'll be able to go ahead and have dialogue later if y'all not logged in now. So, as I said, I still have questions, and we've already passed a year since Nipsey Hussle died. They already started the trial. Transcripts have been released. Um, but we still have questions that have never been answered that are pertinent to the Nipsey Hussle case in regard to finding who killed Nipsey, right? All right, so here we go. We're going to start with question number one. Question number one is, I asked a question on my page about 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I said, where is the vehicle that Nipsey drove the day that he was murdered? And why? What's up, Miss Bev? Why was it removed so quickly from the crime scene and never entered in as evidence? That's very important. Jay Stone, they said that Jay Stone drove the vehicle back to the dealership, which means, he took it back for whatever reason. Now, they got a lot inventory wise. Nipsey had a lot of vehicles. But he drove that Mercedes SUV on a regular basis. And for whatever reason, that Mercedes little vehicle never got entered into evidence. But nobody questions that. That's a big question. What happened to the Benz? Okay, it got brought back to the dealer. Why did it get brought back to the dealer so quickly, without the police being able to examine the vehicle, find out if there was any blood evidence, anything like that, any fingerprints, anything? Why was the Mercedes truck SUV that he drove every day removed from the premises so quickly and taken back to the dealer? Now anybody know, once you take a vehicle back to the dealer and turn it in, they check your mileage, they look at the car to make sure there's nothing wrong with it cosmetically, and then once everything is done, they send it out to be detailed and they put it back on the lot. All right. So I don't know if y'all understood the word that I just said, detailed, but detail is a thorough cleaning inside and out of the vehicle before it's put back out on the lot with a number to be looked at. Right. So that is question number one from my mind that is still being posed and is still very important. I believe that if you find out what happened with that car, you'll be able to, or your SUV, you'll be able to get a lot of answers answered if you go that route. Secondarily, I asked a question about where is Nipsey's phone and why were they not able to pull phone records from his phone, as far as text messages, contact calls coming in, calls going out, right? What's very important about that is that you have to be able to, uh, during a trial or murder trial specifically, why have they not released the transcripts showing his text messages and calls? Somebody called Nipsey that day to bring him to the marathon. And then after that, people were trying to call him all day and text him. Those text messages and calls, specifically before the time that he was murdered, are very important. Yet, they have not been released. That is very important information. That's why we need hackers in regard to Nipsey Hussle to be able to get this information to us to be able to fight with, right? So we named one thing so far, which is the SUV truck. Why was it taken back so quickly, right? Why was it not examined and put into police interest for them to go through the truck, check it out, and then send it back? Why was the truck sent back so quickly? That's one. Two, why were the public never privy to the text messages or calls in regard to Nipsey Hussle the night before his tragic death, the morning of, and the time after his death, to see who called, to see who texted? Somebody may have sent him a text like, "We got you, nigga," or "How you out of here? You should have listened." Shit like that. Like somebody text that nigga. Trust me. Something. The morning of, somebody called him or texted him to get him to the marathon store. So we would like to know who it was. The public wants to know. The fans want to know where this information is because they have it. Why won't they make it public, right? So like I said, this is why we need hackers, because hackers would be able to go in and get that information and make it public. But we don't have any hackers in regard to Nipsey Hussle's case. So everything that we get from the court system, which is biased. What up, Reds dog? What's good, fam? We also get information from sources that probably are not in the best interest of Nipsey Hussle's fans or family. Um, that was two. So the first one was, where is the SUV that he drove every day? I understand it was taken back to the dealership. My question is, why was it taken back so quickly without the police being able to inspect the vehicle before it got brought back to the dealership to be resold or re-rented or released? Second question was, where are the text messages and calls for Nipsey's phone prior to his death and then after his death? Because sometimes people that do what they do to you will be real cocky, and they'll send you a text message like, "Yeah, nigga, we got you," or some shit like that. So I guarantee you there's some pertinent information in those texts that would help to solve the mystery of who killed this brother. Um, why they have not released that information, I have no idea. I have not seen the transcripts personally, but I have not been told either that the transcripts contain that information. So I'm assuming that that information has not been made available. So we need to see that information. Thirdly, thirdly, third question, and this is very important. I posted a video in regard to Cowboy talking about the video cameras in the plaza, or specifically in the marathon store. Now we know that Nipsey had a state of the art video system put into the marathon store to cover theft, I guarantee, cover employee theft, to cover people coming in theft, shoplifting, whatever you want to call it. And basically, you're in an area where you're a crip. You don't know who might walk through that door, so you have to basically be able to cover yourself in case something happens. So there's no way that this video, what Cowboy, that I posted it on my page, but not that many people looked at it and commented on it. Cowboy said that the cameras in the marathon store were just for the employees, basically saying that Nipsey put all that money into the security system just so he could log in and watch them and log out. I don't believe that for 1 minute. I do not believe that for 1 minute. There is information that's in those cameras that they don't want us to see. They want us to believe what everybody's saying, and that's basically how they think. They think that we're stupid, and basically they can tell us anything and be able to fall for that information and go from there. If you're on my page, go down about 8 videos. You'll see Cowboy on the video, and he's talking about the camera system in the Marathon store. If you haven't commented already, go comment on that video after you listen to what he has to say. I call it bullshit. What's up, Lil Kev? I call it bullshit. What's good with you, man? What's good? What's good? I call it bullshit, but you may take another take on it. I don't believe that Nipsey would have spent all that money on a state-of-the-art security system and not been able to utilize it for exactly what it's made for security. I don't believe that he had running cameras just for the fact of calling into the store and seeing how the day going or shit like that, like Cowboy said in the video. So watch the video, give your opinion. A picture of Cowboy is on the video. You can't miss it. I say, what's your opinion on this? That's the name of the video. Or what are your thoughts on this? Go comment on that. Very important. All right, I try. So we have 3 big pertinent points so far. So we're still trying to find out why the Mercedes SUV was taken back so quickly to the dealership without the police being able to inspect it and include it as evidence. The second question we asked was, where are the text messages and calls from Nipsey's phone? Those are very important in regard to the case, in regard to people having answers, because whoever called him that morning has a lot to do with probably him being murdered. They may have called him to set him up. They may have called him to get him up to the store, to put him in a place where he got set up. All of that information is pertinent. So we have to have that information to be able to make logical theses in regard to what happened to Nipsey Hussle, right? I left it alone for a long time. I haven't spoke on this. I haven't talked about it because I've been trying to give everybody time to heal and to, also ask other questions and be able to do what they wanted to do in regard to the case. Some people don't want to hear about it anymore. Some people, have just been like, hey, let's move on. Nipsey's gone. Let's leave it alone. They'll find out who did it. What's up, Miss Renee? You good? So the third thing we talked about was Nipsey Hussle in regard to the cameras in the Marathon store. There's a video of Cowboy on my page. It's a picture of him. It says, what are your thoughts on this? Cowboy is talking about the alarm system and the security system in the Marathon store. I call it bullshit. He says that it was just made where people could call in and basically check on the store. Basically, Nipsey put it up just to be able to check on the employees, make sure everything was everything. But that wouldn't make sense if Nip was up there all the time. He could just go up there and check on it himself. So I don't believe that. But y'all go watch the video, comment on it. It's on my page. Comment on it. Put your comments on. It's a picture of Cowboy on the video. And it says, what are your thoughts on this? A lot of people might have missed it because I didn't specifically say Cowboy discussing alarm system at Marathon store. My question is also, there were cameras all around the site of the Marathon store. Where is that video footage? And where is those video clips from those cameras outside of the Marathon store? Okay, let's just say, for instance, we believe Cowboy and that Nipsey spent all that money on a high-tech security system just to be able to check on the store and his employees. Let's just say we believe that, right? T-Mobile, which is right next door, has a camera. There's a camera on the end where the barbershop is that's fully functional. There's a camera on the end where Master Burger is that's fully functional. So where is that information? And where is that video footage Where are those video clips? And why have they not been released to the general public? Or why have they not been released through the transcripts for viewing by the public, right? Those are three very important questions that I still have. Very important. Now, I didn't ask anything about Lauren London because I don't want y'all coming at me with the bullshit. I didn't ask any other questions about Black Sam or anything else. These are questions that have pertinent uh, resilience in regard to the case, and they should be answered, and they should have been answered already. For those that have seen the transcripts, I'm not sure if some of this information may or may not be in there, but I guarantee you a lot of these questions have not been answered. Why did they not thoroughly have the police check out that Mercedes SUV before it was brought back to the dealership? That's a very important question. Another very important question is why have they not released Nip's text messages? Hold on, y'all. What's going on, man? So I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Somebody was buzzing my line. So, another important thing was, where's the video from the rest of the plaza around Marathon from the day of the murder? There's no way that the only video that we have is from a store across the street when you have cameras all on this plaza everywhere. There's no way that Nip would have been in a Crip neighborhood knowing that rivals could come at any time, try to shoot up the plaza, try to shoot him, and while he's in the plaza. Nip was not stupid. So where are these cameras? It's in what? Eb Biden. What's Eb Biden? I don't know what that is, Kev. But thank y'all to little Kev, my little bro. He's on. Camp God, what's good, man? Let me shout out everybody real quick. I've been talking. Miss Renee, Mr. Reg, what's good, man? Miss Bev, what's up? Everybody, if I missed somebody, tell me I missed you. It's in evidence. Okay, so they have 26 alternate views. Are they available for us to see them, or are they not available for the public? Kev, are they available for public view through the transcripts, or is it just information that they're holding on to? I'm reading what you wrote. Well, we online right now, and the people listening to us want to know the answer. So if you know something, tell me, and then we can chop it up later. That's cool, Miss Bev, no problem. I'm not asking you to give me all the information, Kev. I'm just saying, when you say it's in evidence, does that mean it's in the transcripts, or what does that mean? Because I want people to have answers, you know what I'm saying? And one of the reasons why I stopped talking about this on a regular basis is because, like I said before, I didn't have anything to bring up as a new item. So I didn't want to talk about it until I had more information. But these three questions have really been bothering me a lot lately. Okay, cool. So as y'all can see, Kev was trying to answer question number 3 for me. He said he'll text me. It's a part of discovery, meaning that those other cameras were put into play, but I'm guessing they're not making them available to the public. So that's fine. As long as they have them, as long as they're being utilized, and that's fine. That didn't really answer the question for me, but it helps along with the answer. Some people have asked me about the why the Marathon store was closed so quickly, why that area was closed so quickly. I don't know the answer to that. I do not know the answer to that question. I don't know if they just wanted to get that establishment closed down so they can get somebody in there or a crew in there to clean up. I don't know what the answer is to that, but I believe that if you ask me as a conspiracy theorist, I believe that they wanted to get that shut down so people wouldn't see everything that really happened. That's just me talking. I believe that they sent crews in there to clean up. Um, okay, got you, got you. So under those stipulations that they had sent out, basically they were gonna seize the property under those stipulations that were sent out by the Gang Violence Act and all of that. So I understand what you're saying. So basically, if you look at it like that, what's up, Boozy G? What's up, baby boy? Long time, man. So basically, they killed Nipsey Hussle, and basically they set up the situation to be able to down. That's powerful, man. I never heard that, Kev, and that's really powerful because if they killed if they killed him, right? If they set him up and the police had something to do with it, all they had to do was have one more incident of violence, and they could have got that property. So by killing him, they expected to cause a riot, but that riot didn't happen because they thought that they were going to be able to seize that property and sell it back to the city. That's powerful, man. I never heard that specific um concept in regard to how he died, and that's powerful. So one more incident. So I look at what Lil Kev said. This is powerful, and it really makes a lot of sense. And it says one more incident of violence, and the city of Los Angeles was going to remove the property or seize the property from those who owned it. So that makes perfectly good sense. So by them killing Nip, they expected more violence to happen, and they were going to swoop in and take that property from them so that they did not have that property anymore. That really makes a lot of sense, man. Really, 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 really makes a lot of sense. But as I said, I came on today because I still have questions. That gave me a lot to think about right there from Lil Kev, because I never thought about that before. But I know I read the gang thing as far as LA and how you can like get arrested for certain things and it adds onto your sentence, or they can take your property like your car or your home if it's suspected of gang banging and all this type of stuff that's regularly occurring there, and they have more than a certain amount of violations, they can remove and seize that property. So the other questions were, and this is in regard to Lil Kev's question, the other questions were, where why was the Mercedes SUV that Nip drove regularly on a regular basis removed from the property so quickly without the police being able to do an investigation on the vehicle? Why was that never done? And what happened to the vehicle? We know it was taken back to the dealership, but what was the outcome of the end all be all? Why was it taken back so quickly, and why were the police not allowed to inspect it? Second question was, where are the call logs of who called Nipsey the night before he was murdered, and text messages from the night before or after? That was the second question. Third question was, have you watched the video that I posted in regard to Cowboy talking about um, cameras? In the video, it's like 8 videos down on my page. If you haven't commented on it, go comment on it and listen to it. Cowboy specifically said out of his mouth that the security system in the Marathon store was basically for the Marathon store so that Nipsey could log in, check on the store, check on his employees. Now, here's why I call this bullshit, right? This is a gang infested area where Nip is a Crip, right? So as a Crip, you got common sense to know that everybody coming in your shop is not a Crip, and everybody coming in your shop is not coming in your shop for friendly purposes. So why then would you just have a security system just for logins to see what's going on at the store? That's bullshit. Nip was recording everything that was happening at that store from the front door, inside the store, to the back, in the back room. So I have true, okay, I got you. So I have true disregard for what he said in regard to Cowboy. because even outside of the Marathon store, as we said before, there are other cameras from the Master Burger to the T-Mobile store, which is directly next door to Nips Props, next door to the Marathon store and the hair store. You got T-Mobile. Then you got the barbershop, also that had a camera. So that's bullshit. Those other cameras, as Kev said, I guess are in evidence with other views. We don't know because we can't see them to see if it's true or not. But I'll go by what people say until I find out differently. But those are the three questions that I had. I definitely want to try to get those three questions answered. Gotcha. So for those watching, thank you for coming and watching. If you have questions, feel free to post your questions in the comments or comments. You may think this is bullshit, or you might think my questions is bullshit. That's cool. I'm not gonna block you if you're respectful about your opinion, but I respect everybody's opinion. I think that everybody has a useful opinion. I believe that everybody should have an opinion in regard to when you ask somebody to log in and watch you, then you're asking for opinions to be made, if you understand what I'm saying. I appreciate everybody's opinion, but I don't appreciate everybody's disrespect. So disrespect gets dealt with like disrespect, then you'll get blocked or, whatever the case is. But I appreciate y'all. I just want y'all to know that. Just want y'all to know that Kev, and he was growing at all at the time when I first started. He was like just getting started. And I was like, the first time I ever did a video, I put my people, I had grown to like 2,000 people, 1,000 people like overnight, like within a couple of days. And I was telling my people about little Kev, and he was my little brother, and this and that, and this and that. I'd be damned if this little Negro ain't at 3,000, and I'm still at 2,000. Shout out to little Kev, man. He be putting in that work. He done passed me on the follower list. I don't give a damn about no follower list. I was just messing with y'all. But it's funny because, when you put others above you, if you put others above you and you show gratitude, things can happen for the other person. Despite all the downfall, despite all the setbacks, despite all the downfalls, shout out to Lil Kev for continuing to be so what's the word I want to say? So dogged. I don't know the word, but the man is just ridiculous with this thing. You know what I'm saying? And he pushes the envelope. He asks all kind of questions. He asks all kind of, he brings up all kind of symposiums to talk about shit. He always looking for clues. He spends most of his days and nights like looking for little shit that can be posed for you guys to ask questions. Miss Tanya Oliver, so shout out to Lil Kev before I answer this question. Shout out to Lil Kev. Y'all know I don't give a damn about no damn followers. And don't take that the wrong way. What I mean by that is I'm not here on YouTube for followers. I come here to get questions off of the top of my head. I come here to interact with the people who think like I think. That's why I'm here. So when I say I don't give a damn about a follower, that's what I mean. I don't give a damn about monetization. I don't give a damn about none of that. I'm here basically for the purpose of talking to people who think like I think and getting answers, right? So let me answer a couple questions. Shout out to Tanya Oliver for answering your question, and I'm going to try to answer it if I can. So she says, my question is, Granny Hustle says Sammy never runs out in the morning. If Nip was shot that morning, how was he able to tweet that afternoon? His pic looks like they were taken in the AM. So if you go back, Ms. Oliver, I'm not sure if you're one of my followers or not, but If you go down to my list, my views, my not my views, my videos, I have several. So you may have to check a few of them. But we talked about that in detail. Um, we don't know who tweeted having strong enemies is a blessing. We don't know who tweeted that. We assume that Nip tweeted that. We don't know for sure. What's up, Dalen or Dylan? Um, but we do know because we heard it come out of Granny's now mouth specifically that cannot be, changed. And we talked about the fact that old people usually are right on, and Grandma is crispy. Grandma, every time she goes somewhere, she be right on point. So Granny ain't lost her mental capacities. So if she said that then usually that's what a old person that don't have this dementia, they right. And Granny, every time you see her, she's talking properly. She's not having to be reminded of anything. She's not having to be pushed. So what she said was what she said. So your question was, says Sam never runs out the house in the morning, and records, and the we need to find the phone records, and we need to see the text messages, because that would answer the question of who texted Nip that morning and what time it was when Sam ran out of the house. There's all in our answer to your question. We also talked about the fact that Black Sam does not appear in the video, the fake video that they've been showing all over the world, the 30-second video from across the street. If you've been on my page before, I don't believe that video is real. I've been calling it the fake video. We dissect how it's fake. So if you get into my videos, you'll see that we've covered this quite a bit. Yes, I call it a fake video because the only video footage that showed up is 30 seconds from a camera far across the street where you can barely see what's really going on. You assume the people in the video are who they say they are, but who knows? You can't see that far across the street. Where are the camera angles from in the plaza? So those are the questions that we have. If Nip was killed in the plaza like they say he was, then you know, uh, it don't really make sense because uh, they say he got there early in the morning, and they show like you can see pictures of him when he got there early in the morning. So things don't add up. And I mean, if you're a fan of that 30-second video, please forgive me. I just don't believe that video is real. I call it bullshit. I think that was a made up set. I think they did that to calm people down, and stop people from rioting once Nipsey was killed. Because if they found out that a gang member from another set killed him, or somebody in his own set killed him, it would have been a war. Everybody would have been going like Los Angeles would have been on fire. So yeah, we with you on the question, Tanya. We've answered this or to the best of our ability. We've even tried to get somebody that knows a hacker to try to hack into Nipsey's phone records. What's up, Miss Regina? How you doing? To see who called and who texted and who set them up. So hold on, y'all. I got an ant issue. I left something in my car on my seat and I forgot. So it says LAPD. Look, thank Lil Kev. LAPD reports of 1 p.m. suddenly switched to 3:20 to fit a narrative. Got the receipts to bust that up. Okay, no problem. There's no chance of retrieval of the phone records. But you said that they're in. You said those phone records were in whatever. I think they have the phone records. I think that's what you said. Is that what is the case with that? Excuse me, y'all. Y'all know I'm kidney patient, so my lips get dry very easily. Excuse me. Oh, really? Damn. What's up, Alan? What's going on, man? What's going on, Miss Regina? How you doing? Yeah, I feel you on that, little Kev. Yeah, you got to post that. I got to check that out. Okay, got you. Understood. Shout out to Lil Kev again. Always on point with the answers. Um, so Here's the thing, guys. Without those questions being answered, it's gonna be really hard for us to get an answer on who really killed Nip. Um, a lot of people, and I'm gonna say this to the public, for people who watch this video in the future. Um, Here's the problem I have. Everybody wants answers, but nobody want to do the work to get the answers. I think people think that this is easy, asking questions, doing research. Um, oh wow. Y'all read down and look at what Lil Kev posted just now. Some serious things that were brought up in regard to the fake video, the 30-second video. Y'all go down and read what Kev posted. Shout out to Lil Kev again. But like I said, everybody wants answers, but nobody want to do the homework to get answers. So you can't expect us to know everything. I'm not talking to anybody specifically. I was right. You can't expect us to come up with answers for everything, because we have questions just like you do. And we are searching just like you all are. So when we come up with thought processes, it's not for people to come and destroy. It's basically, I'm thinking about this issue and I'm trying to get it off of my head. Whether or not it's pertinent to you or pertinent to anybody else, it don't matter. It's bothering me and it's causing my ears to itch. So when I put up questions, it's something that I want answered for me. And you might want to answer it for you. Whether or not it is a question you want answered for you is up to you. But I'm going to ask the questions on my page that I feel like should be answered very easily, right? So that's what I got for today, guys. I hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all have an awesome day. Thank y'all for checking in. For those who checked in, take care. Have a blessed day. Holla.